You're not remembering that right. 3 words. That's all it takes to destroy someone's reality. Gaslighting isn't loud. It's not violent. It's whisper quiet, and by the time you realize what's happening, you've already lost trust in yourself. This is how psychological manipulation actually works. Gaslighting comes from a 1944 film where a husband systematically makes his wife question her sanity. He dims the lights. She notices. He denies it happened. She knows what she saw. But after weeks of denial, she starts to believe him instead of her own eyes. That's the mechanism. It's not about convincing you of a lie. It's about making you doubt your own perception of reality. And here's what makes it dangerous. Your brain is wired to trust authority figures. When someone you depend on denies what you experienced, your brain can't process it, so it defaults to, maybe I'm wrong, maybe my memory is broken. That's when the gaslighter has won. Imagine you're in a relationship. Everything seems normal at first, but then something shifts. You remember a conversation, a promise, something important. When you bring it up, it's denied, not argued against. Denied, like it never existed. You insist. You remember clearly. The response, you're making this up. You do this all the time. So you doubt yourself, you apologize, but then it happens again and again. By month 6, you're not arguing anymore. You're just accepting whatever they say. You've stopped trusting your own memory. You've become anxious before conversations because you know you'll be told you're wrong. You make excuses for them to friends. I think I misremembered. You've internalized the gaslighting. At work, a boss gives a directive. You complete it exactly as instructed, but when you deliver results, there's a problem. That's not what I asked for. You point to the email, the documented instructions. You misunderstood. I would never ask for something so unrealistic. So now you're the problem. You're the one who can't follow directions. After this happens repeatedly, you stop bringing documentation. You stop defending yourself. You just accept that you're incompetent. Your confidence erodes. Your work quality drops because you're second-guessing everything. And the boss maintains control through psychological manipulation, not through authority, but through making you doubt yourself. Some people grow up with gaslighting. They don't even know it's happening. A parent denies abuse that clearly occurred. I never did that. You're being dramatic. You're remembering things wrong. The child grows up confused. Do I trust my own memory? Or do I trust my parent? Most choose to trust the parent because you need your parent to be safe. So the child rewrites their own trauma to fit the parent's narrative. They grow up believing they were the problem. They were too sensitive. And this belief follows them into adulthood, into relationships, into work, into how they see themselves. The gaslighting doesn't end when childhood ends. It becomes part of their identity. Here's what's happening in your brain. When someone you trust denies your reality, it creates cognitive dissonance. Your brain can't hold 2 conflicting truths at the same time, so it picks one. Either I'm crazy or they're lying. Most people choose, I'm crazy. Because that feels safer than believing someone you depend on is deliberately manipulating you. After repeated exposure, your brain literally rewires itself. You stop trusting your own judgment. You become hypervigilant, constantly checking if you're remembering correctly. You develop anxiety, depression, and a shattered sense of self. This is neurological damage caused by psychological manipulation. You're experiencing gaslighting if you constantly apologize for things you didn't do, feel anxious before interactions, question your own memory, regularly hide your opinions, make excuses for someone's behavior, feel like you're too sensitive, accept blame automatically. Gaslighting is one of the most effective manipulation tactics because it targets your mind, not your body. Your mind. If you recognize these patterns, you're not crazy, your reality is real.